The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer.
I'm gonna get rid of this. Hello everyone, I'm Alex, and welcome back to the worst ever YouTube video I have ever seen. Now, normally people would go, he's exaggerating it for attention, but you've just seen that clip. That was Colleen Ballinger's, is that her name? Ballinger's? Miranda sings, you know that weirdo? That's her response video to being outed as somebody who talks to her younger fans in a sexual manner. She made it a musical. We're gonna watch it, we're gonna react to it, let's see what it's like. I've heard it's the worst thing ever. Let's see if it lives up to that.
Hey, it's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true, though.
There is no way her whole response video is her playing the ukulele. Hang on, let me just skip through. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Does she do the whole 10-minute video as a song?
People are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true, though. Just as long as it's entertaining to you. Right? You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train.
Who told her this was a good idea? There's absolutely no way that if she told anybody about the fact that she was going to do this, they'd let her do it. And this is why you should always speak to people about literally anything. Because other people will go, that is the equivalent of career suicide. You also look like a freak. Now, if you want to know about everything that's been going on here, I'll give you a too long didn't read for people who haven't seen the video, don't have the context. There's a YouTuber who goes by the name of Adam, who's been making videos about how when he was young, he was kind of groomed by Colleen into working for her, but at the same time, she'd do really weird stuff like send sexual messages to fans and constantly talk to the fans all the time and get them to do her bidding. She'd even use them to kind of like attack people on Twitter. It was very strange. She basically had like a cult of fans that she would just kind of get to be like her friends. And I don't understand this. I don't understand why YouTubers would want to be friends with their fans. And I know that may be painful to hear, but I don't know you. And you know an awful lot about me, and that is a weird dynamic, right? That is a strange thing to suddenly be like, let's be mates, because it will never be normal for them. If you end up forming a relationship naturally, like they ended up working for you, and they happen to be a fan, or you know, friends of a friend, like know another YouTuber you know, or they run in your circles, you got mutuals, that's natural. But if you pluck somebody off of Twitter purely because they've got your face as their profile picture, and you start messaging them, trying to be like, let's be mates, let's hang out. You're insane.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say.
Yeah, and this was not what they were thinking when they told you to not say anything. This was probably like a PR team's worst nightmare. You know, you have people who work for you, work underneath you. Like, as much as Colleen is about to have her life destroyed, there are people who are probably working on her show that she's doing right now. There are people who work on the channels. They were probably begging for you to not say anything because they knew that you were going to make it worse. And, God, they couldn't have dreamt this up.
I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
Oh my God, this is maybe the funniest piece of content you've ever made, Colleen. Which isn't hard. The lack of just awareness is crazy. I've never seen a YouTuber make a video where they seem more unaware of their surrounding. You're being accused of grooming children, so you've made like a nursery rhyme children's song. That's mental. The only way you could have made this worse if you'd have done this into the tune of like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Twinkle twinkle little star, grooming kids is a bit too far. There you go. Maybe that helped you. The Sound of Music. Finally, that ukulele comes in handy. But it almost feels more tainted now. I don't want one anymore.
I am, and today I only want to talk about the facts. So, hope that you'll be willing to listen. Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way.
Creepy? Yeah, in a creepy way. If you've read any of these messages, they're all available online. They are odd. They are creepy. And just because you were, like, a loser, doesn't mean it's any less creepy. And why is that always everybody's excuse? I've heard that too many times in my last month. Oh, I was just a loser, man, back then. I was just a loser back then. No, you were a freak. Don't mess around. You're an absolute nutjob. Most people don't do this. Like, let's see. Colleen Ballinger DMs Reddit. So here's a couple of the messages. You've got Colleen here going, Adam, you need questions for your Q&A? And she goes, are you a virgin? What's your fave position? Now, why are you ever asking fans that? I've always found people who are in those group chats, you know, and actively using them all of the time to be strange. Who stay in them or create them themselves. Like, I used to always get added to group chats and I would say, hi, hello everyone, thanks for watching the videos, and I just leave. Because I don't want to be in them. No offense, I don't want to be in that shit. I don't want to be anywhere near that shit. And I always looked at the YouTubers who did, and I thought, why? What gratification are you getting from a bunch of 14-year-olds that you're not getting in your real life, where you have to go ask people on Twitter to, like, make group chats about you so you could be in them, so they can just go, oh, we're so glad you're talking in the chat. Oh my god, I can't believe he's talking in the chat. It's weird. Get friends.
I was just trying to be besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, hey girl, what's the tea? And you're like, ugh. That was me, but in group chats with my fans.
Yeah, you're creepy. I call them creepy. I don't feel sorry for them, I don't pity them, which is what you're going for here. I go, what a freak. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me.
I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there.
I hate this, alright? Look, I've been a YouTuber now for nearly a decade, which is terrifying and scary. But at no point have I ever looked into this camera and gone, my friends! My best friends are in here. No, I like making YouTube videos, and I'm very glad that people enjoy watching my YouTube videos. And I've done meet and greets, and it's cool to meet people in a controlled environment where I say hello, they tell me that, like, they love the stuff, I go, I hope you're having a good day, we have a bit of a conversation, and that's it. And I love meeting people out in public, and that's cool. But would I ever sit down with them and deeply kind of tell them all of my life's problems? Only if I was having a mental breakdown on maybe Instagram. But it's not something that I'd make a habit of or do to them personally. Sometimes, actually, my problem is that I feel so disconnected from my audience that I say stuff and I don't really think about the fact that that's on the internet forever. You know, there are videos that I've posted that if I could go back, I'd take those back. I don't really even like posting personal stuff anyway. In hindsight, I look back on it when I was like 17 and I go, oh man, you know, why would you ever tell anybody on the internet what you're feeling? These people don't know you, and what are you getting out of that? You know, nothing. It's just horrific. So to look down the camera lens as a fully grown woman and still be doing that is crazy, because I grew out of that when I turned like 22. I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, sometimes I'll make videos because I personally feel like it maybe could help people, or because I feel like the video would do well. And that's something that is part of the YouTube thing. I like people watching my stuff. And sometimes I can make a video where I just kind of talk for a bit about how I'm feeling maybe, or just what I've been up to, and people will watch it, and that's cool. But I wouldn't ever sit there and go, oh, because I'm sharing it with my friends. No, I'm doing it for me and me only. Because people watch it, that's a bonus. But that is not what I'm doing it for. Because I don't know you. We're not mates. You know, you watch my stuff and then Google runs ads on it. And any YouTuber who makes videos like this, where they're like, because I want to personally get to know every single one of them. This is the type of stuff that ends up happening to those people. Terrifying.
There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
Well, do you know what? That's good. It's great that apparently she stopped doing this. Now, I've seen messages from people saying that they don't believe that to be true. and that she's still been doing it up until recently. Like, she's still in group chats. Maybe she's not being sexual in them or whatever. You know, that's a different thing. Like, being in your own fan clubs. There's a lot of talk there. Should YouTubers be in them at all? It used to be a thing that was very popular. You know, people would be very tight with their community. That's what YouTube was like. So I relatively understand it to an extent, but not this. Not what this is doing. Like, maybe going, thank you guys for watching the new video, and then dipping. Like, but sitting in there and doing this is, it's nothing short of just pathetic, to be honest.
But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train. The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train. Steamroll over someone's reputation. Toxic gossip train. Hop on board but close your eyes, otherwise you'll realize that the train is made of lies, and that person you despise maybe didn't deserve to die, but hey, at least you're having fun.
So now she said, like, I might, myself, that's how I'm gonna get through the YouTube censorship there. And that's never a good sign. She's doing everything wrong in this video. You know, like, you gotta be like, I either take accountability and be like, I did this, or just ignore it. Like, genuinely, those are the two options. And I would have been fine with her ignoring it, to be honest, after watching this. My ears would have been forever grateful.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. You know, we should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
I think people don't want to see people like you have the ability to access loads of teenagers, and that is why they're coming after you, because when it comes to stuff like kids or teenagers, you know, people care a lot about that because they're stupid and, you know, defenseless, and they're easily led, especially by a mega famous YouTuber like yourself. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's great, like, you can learn and move forward, but should you have a platform where you have access to vulnerable people, which you do? I feel like you forfeited that, and that's a sticky one, I think. But I think after you do so, like you do, yeah, don't do it again. But like, maybe don't be in a position where like you could meet teenagers, or, you know, maybe you shouldn't be doing this anymore. You're a millionaire, by the way. She's so rich, like crazy rich, like richer than you could ever imagine, unless something's gone horribly wrong there. So I don't understand. Like, I think if I was her, I'd be like, maybe I don't want to be in the public eye anymore. I just fuck it off. But clearly, based on what she's done, she's obsessed with people's attention. She needs it to live. She's like some form of attention, blood-sucking vampire.
Yeah. I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back. I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
Well, you don't have to admit to lies and rumors, but you could address the fact that you were, like, sexual in group chats with fans, right? Like, if you're going to do it, like, if you're going to make the effort to make this video, it would have been a lot better to just have been like, hey, yeah, I did those things, I've apologized to them before, I'm really sorry about them, and then just move on. And if people continue to watch you, you've still got a job, and you carry on making YouTube videos. People will still continue to hate you, but you can't have everybody love you. There's this weird thing on YouTube where people kind of assume that everybody's going to love every decision they ever make as a human being. I've accepted a long time ago that's not possible. Do I mourn the loss of those people who dislike me? No. I go, oh wow, there was a period of time on YouTube where I had basically no problems at all, and now people, for whatever reason, have issues with me, and that's, you know, that's life. But these people seem to feel like that everybody can love them, and they're obsessed with that, and it's unhealthy. You don't need everybody to love you. You don't. But this is an insane level of that because of what she's being accused of doing. Like, this isn't even like, are you a bad person? It's like, are you a danger to people? And she's pulled a ukulele out, which I hate to say means probably maybe yes.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans. And I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
I don't think that's why. Is that her response to like all of these DMs and the tons of videos that Adam has made on her? It's that was what it was. Just no, I'm not, and I made some jokes, and that's why. That is not why people. It's not because you made some jokes. It's because you made inappropriate like contact with fans and then were sexual with them in DMs as an adult when they were like 14 and 15. I don't really feel like that's something you can just kind of brush away, but she did in the key of G. The video is pretty much just a lot more of that. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen on YouTube. I'd be amazed if she has a career after this, because honestly, like, I feel like even if you're a fan, you'd be like, this is so weird, I just can't really get behind somebody who's as strange as this. Like, just being honest about it and taking responsibility, even if it meant that like loads of people felt like they were validated, it was a lot better than making yourself look like some insane nut job, which has happened here. I'd be absolutely amazed if many people are on board with whatever it is she does after this. Honestly, if this was me and I had a breakdown and posted this video on the internet, you'd never see me again. I'd take all of my YouTube money and I'd go live in the Bahamas. I mean, I might even do that just for owning a ukulele at this point. I'm going to go off the grid. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. This was odd, and I can't believe it. This is the worst YouTube apology ever.